I do not support cutting Social Security or Medicare. I don't support any changes to those programs for anyone who is currently receiving benefits or who is going to be receiving benefits.
The Republican Party loves to talk about debt and deficit until they're in charge. And then it's crickets. It's absolutely crickets. So yes, we've got to look at all of it. No cuts to Social Security, no cuts to Medicare. As I said, Josh Hawley is proposing cuts to Medicare by his lawsuit.
So here's where I would start. I think we need to fix the national background check system. We have a background check system, the national system, but it doesn't work that well because there's a giant loophole right in the middle of it, and that is it doesn't include mental health records. It doesn't allow folks to actually see, has there been a mental health incident in this person's past?
I support universal background checks, have voted for it. We came very close to passing it. The NRA was working as hard as it possibly could to stop universal background checks. I support banning bump stocks. That too, you would think after Las Vegas that would be so easy for us to get done. But no, there are way too many people, including most of the Republicans, that are afraid of the NRA. And our economy is so dependent on the exporting of agricultural goods. These tariffs have killed commodity prices. There's not a bean farmer in Missouri that's going to come out even this year.
The truth is we need somebody who's going to stand up for farmers, and that's exactly what I'll do. Now, that as to the tariffs, listen, we are in a trade war. It is a trade war that we did not start. Certainly our farmers didn't start it. China started it many years ago. But if we're going to be in the war, I'm for winning it. The lawsuit is about Obamacare. It's about getting rid of Obamacare. And yes, I think we should repeal and replace Obamacare because I think that people with pre-existing conditions like my boy are being held hostage to the dramatic price increases that they're being forced to pay.
He has no backup if his lawsuit is successful. The prescription drug benefits and Medicare go away. The insurance companies get a payday. There's no more free prevention programs, no more kids on your policies till they're 26. No more limit on how much insurance companies can spend on their CEOs and hiring people to deny your claim. And by the way, I am so sorry that you interpreted my retweeting of a blog that I was being critical of your family. You have a beautiful family. You should be very proud of them. Your son is cute, and I can see that you and your wife love him very much. So I certainly had no intention. I'm not running my campaign on attacking somebody's family. Somebody is, but it's not me. Because this is all about trust. This is all about people in the community feeling that the police are working in their best interests.
I just want to say this, that my bedrock principle is that every person in every community in this state deserves the fair and equal protection of the rule of law. If I have a criticism of Senator McCaskill, it's not that she is a bad person. She's not. I think she's a good person. It's not that her record has been terrible. She has had 36 years of distinguished service to this state and this country. But she does not represent this state anymore. She does not represent the people of Missouri. She has not accepted what the people said in 2016. She has not worked with this president or this administration on any major priority. She has not stood up and voted, whether it's the Supreme Court or Waters of the United States, which she voted to keep, by the way. She has simply not voted with this state anymore. She's become a party line liberal, and that is, I think, the biggest criticism I have. So just
I know I cast votes that a lot of Missourians disagree with. I get that. But you got to cast the vote. And you got to be upfront about where you stand. You're not going to make everybody happy. And I will tell you, I will never be afraid to tell a president, whether it was President Obama on Keystone Pipeline or whether it's President Trump on right to work for less. I am never going to be afraid to stand up for what I believe in and what I think I owe the people of Missouri in terms of a clear answer.
middle class incomes beginning to grow, reaching a new high. And what does Senator McCaskill want to do? Adopt the party line, raise your taxes. She's already talked about it tonight. She voted no on the tax cut. She wants to reverse it and raise your taxes, raise middle class taxes. I think that we cannot afford to go back to falling wages and to sending jobs overseas. And that's why I would not vote for the Liberal Party line.
I never said I would raise taxes on the middle class, ever, ever. What I've always said is, let's talk about people that are making millions of dollars and their taxes by an independent group that looks at every vote. I am the 5th most likely member of the Senate to break with my party. The 5th most likely senator to break with my party. That's because I look at every issue on its merits. and not on a party line.
Despite voting
right.
with Chuck Schumer 90% of the time, however. So apparently Chuck Schumer must be.
And President Trump 50% of the time.